Yeah, it's a lot more than that. But.
Coach, quality win for you to beat a good opponent tonight, and like we were talking about, threes and charges kind of stood out. What did you think was the difference?
Well, I didn't think that we played very well defensively. I wasn't very happy with how we stopped penetration. And the reason why we're taking those charges are because of defensive breakdowns. And it's something that we talked about even at halftime on closing the gaps, and we were not closing those gaps. And so when you're able to pierce those, when you're the last line of defense, you've got to be willing to put yourself out there, and we had a lot of kids do that tonight.
Cam got it to 12 a couple of times, had a little bit of momentum there in the second half. How'd you hold it off?
Made a shot. It's that, and then we got a couple of defensive stops. Bennett, we did change defenses a couple of different times. Went to a 1-2-2, then to a 2-3, and then to a man-to-man, which we didn't know who we were guarding. Really caused a lot of confusion, I thought, when we were doing that. Call it wild pig, where we just run around in circles is kind of what it looked like. But I was really proud of the way the girls battled, like you said, because I think there was 3 different times, 12 and 13, and then back to 12. We came back down and were able to get a basket. I just don't want us to rely on what we did, which is a 3-point shot, because that's what we did on Tuesday. When we were 7 of 28 in the first half on Tuesday. Granted, we made shots, we had open looks. That's what you want our kids to do, but I just don't want us to become that reliant on that.
You had a lot of offensive rebounds. Did you feel like that could be an advantage for you out of their zone?
Well, just because we're going to, long rebounds, Bennett, it's that's the way we always look at it, and I think they did too. I think they had a ton of them. But then just really not in position, not getting back up to where you need to be to finish those. But, a lot of second chance opportunities are going to happen out of a zone when you're shooting balls from the outside. So, like you said, Bennett, it's a good win for the kids. Hopefully it's something we can build on going forward.
You have to talk about the postseason now.
We got a game on Monday yet, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But it still helps build for the postseason.
Yeah, well, I didn't even, actually I had people, he was the first one that said something to me through a text message about the postseason, because I hadn't looked at anything, and I really haven't. I couldn't tell you anything else except Mormon Trail or Murray when it comes to that. Everybody else is probably a little bit more concerned than what I am. I just care what we're doing, to be honest. That's kind of been my philosophy as a coach. Not so much about the opposition, but I just feel that if our girls are playing up to their abilities, we can usually do some positive things.
Obviously, tough situation there late for Tatum. That's don't want to see that happen to her again. But
no, and I just said to her, you've got till the 16th, and then she's got to be back. So no, and we did talk about it. Because she said it's kind of the same thing, and she said other than not being able to straighten it or bend it, she felt pretty good. Is what she was having some fun in the locker room. So but her just being on the floor, and I think you guys saw that, it's a different presence. I mean, it really is, because it provides opportunities that maybe Hannah Nelson, when she comes in, she's unable to do. That's a senior that's close to 1,000 points that can do things from the outside. But I know Tatum. Tatum will try to get into physical therapy next week. I know her, and so we'll see what happens. I feel horrible. I do. It's something you go with. I visited with Mom about it, and she had said that she felt like about a 9 out of 10. And, it's just one of those things. So hopefully it doesn't happen again.